All right, Big Rob today, man. I am very excited to guest we have today.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
I know we had Darnell Rollins yesterday in the comedy tip. He doing his thing, but today's guest, brother, has been hitting the pavement for a while, hits after hits. Now we kind of grew up with him.
Yes, sir. Yes,
No,
sir. Definitely.
yeah, kind of grew up with him. Grammy nominated singer, producer, artist, Raheem DeVaughn. Welcome to the show. How you doing today, Raheem DeVaughn? I can't hear you. I can't hear you at all. Uh, I know our mic check was good. I can't hear you. I don't know if there's anything on your end. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Uh-oh. All right, all right, all right. We got to figure this out, family. We got to figure this out. Live at Raheem Devon on Facebook. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Ah, shoots. Okay. One second. One second. One second. Big Rob, mic check, brother. Mic
Yes,
check.
sir. Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay. Raheem Devon, can you hear me now? Okay, we not getting any audio from Raheem Devon, so we gotta figure this out and get that right.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
he's talking, but we cannot hear him.
Right.
Make sure your mic is not muted. I know you've been doing this a lot, but see, can we hit the pause button and be right back? We're gonna go. See, can we go to the song and be right back? We'll be right back. That's what we do, Big Rob.
Yes, sir.
Moment of clarity. She looked me dead in the eyes. She said, who gon' love you if I don't? She said, make me on your trust. She said, love with me responsibly. She said, always give me truth. She said, promise never lie to me. She never wanna be my enemy. Bonnie and Clyde like Jamie. She said, when a good girl's gone, she's gone. Yeah, she looked me dead in the eyes and said, she said, who's gonna make you better? Who's gonna make you better? Who's gonna be your darling, baby? Who's gonna love you better? Love you. Who's gonna live forever? If I
There you go. That's the latest video from Raheem Devon. If I don't, let's see, can we get him in now, Rob? Let's see if we can get him in. Raheem Devon, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Oh,
There we go. We got it right. We got it
we
right
got it
this
right. We
time.
got it right, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Doing great. And you did your thing last week in Orlando. I want to tell you that. You know,
Thank
this is Aaron in Orlando. Tell me about the audience, man. The vibes from the audience.
Oh, it was good vibes, man. You know, festivals are so many people. It's sometimes hard to read the crowd and the energy. What I gathered, there was a lot of people who hadn't seen me perform before, live, which is always dope. And they would, you know, they were, they the feedback and the energy was great. You know what I mean?
Wow. You've been doing it, man. You dropped the new single. If I don't, man, talk about this single.
Yeah. If I don't, man, it's a new single off of my new album, my current album, From Lust Till Dawn, was dropped May 6th, about a month ago now. And you know, it's a great album. It's probably the most sensual album of the summer. You know what I mean? Summer of love. And it's also my introduction to New Era Soul Music, which is my boutique label. A lot of dope artists are joining me on this project. New voices and new faces. You know, for the first time. Some that my audience are familiar with that have seen me support in the past. But it's a lot of new voices and faces on this as well. Georgia Rain, Brendolyn McKinney, 704 Bravo, B Boy Soul, Christina Ray, a lot of dope voices, man.
Oh wow, that's great. You know, I don't know. I always when I think of you, I think of Anthony Hamilton, man. Are y'all like friends or something, or tight or what?
Oh yeah, yeah, no, definitely. Me and Ant been tight for some time now. One of our most recent collabs has been with myself and him and Kevin Ross. We joined Eric Roberson on his remake. Excuse me, a remix of one of his tunes, Lessons. Yeah, so that's been floating around and streaming real heavy. There's also a video out as well. Yep.
Hot song. I like that song. Lessons. By Eric. I'm glad to see y'all working together. Now, are you on tour? Is this? I know you're at the Funk Fest, but are you on tour? You got another tour going on?
Oh yeah, man. You know, constantly working again in support of the new video, and single, and then of course the album From Lust to Dawn. Um, you know, the record's doing well overseas as well. Brendan McKinney, who has a record on the album, she's from Houston, Texas. That record's going crazy in London, and then Granique, who's also on the album, has getting traction on this Minnie Riperton remake. So definitely a lot of work to be done as far as touring, and I'm hoping to have some of the artists that are on the project join me, you know, later this year when I'm on tour. Possibly, you know, when I'm on a tour with Keith Sweat. I got a tour coming up with Keith Sweat later on in the year, who I just had a top 10, top 5 record with, you know, too, in the Urban AC format over the
We
last few.
playing it, bro. We playing it. We matter of
Yeah.
fact, Keith Sweat is in our other city, so we airing on a couple radio stations.
Yeah,
And Keith Sweat is going to be in Muskegon next week, right, Rob?
yeah,
Yes,
Yeah,
Muskegon, Michigan.
with Lil G, and then we in Orlando where you were just at last week, man. We all connected. And
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I was trying to get you in Orlando for October the 8th, but you was coming to Funk Fest. We got the Isley Brothers along with Howard Hewitt, Function, Leela James, and
yeah,
Cut Close.
yeah.
And
Well, it ain't too late, man. You know, I'm a
Now, Raheem said, "Don't put it out there like that, bro."
crowd
you'll
favorite.
come back.
So,
You'll come back.
yeah, I definitely would come back. You know, and the cool thing about it, it'll be a whole nother show too. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
really?
yeah,
All
yeah,
right, I'm gonna talk to Raphael. I'm gonna talk to Raphael because
yeah,
honestly, man, we were trying to book you. We were trying to get you in Muskegon last year, but the dates did not work out. We ended up with Life Jennings, and like
yeah.
you've been on my list. Like I really want to bring you in concert, even though we're a radio station. I love your music, man. Love
Thank,
your music.
thank
Yeah,
you, thank you.
yeah.
I want to go back to Bulletproof, man. One of my favorite songs, man.
Uh huh.
Talk about the making of that song and why you made it and the reception that you got from it.
Man, you know, I made it during the time where there was a lot going on in the world. I made it for times where there's a lot going on in the world, like right now. You know, originally I made it with them with Common in mind, like jumping on it. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't able to get him on the record. I want to say that like we got the word back that he declined to get on the record at the time. So I had just like relocated to like Atlanta as a second home at that time, and Luda, his manager, Shaka, just always, you know, always showing me big loves, you know, Shaka in particular, and I thought it wouldn't be a bad idea to have Luda on the record, as well. You know what I mean? And he came in and killed it for me, and knocked it out. Kane did the video for free. It was just like really good vibes. Um, you know, I've often been coined, you know, with similarities to like Marvin Gaye, you know, and it's no secret that I, you know, I have a passion and I enjoy making like socially conscious music. So,
Yes.
uh, you know, with all that, you know, with all that to be said, like, you know, the Love and War Masterpiece album is definitely a classic album, you know.
Wow. Yeah, and I think that's probably why we love your music. 'Cause we tag ourselves as a conscious radio station,
Oh,
and
yo,
we independent. You know,
yo,
we black owned.
I got some
Yeah,
really cool stuff coming down the pipeline that I'm gonna dig. Yeah,
that's good,
it
man.
won't be long now.
We could talk about October then. That sounds good. That
Yeah.
sounds good.
Mm.
Big Rob, you got anything for Raheem DeVaughn? Now, Rob, your audio is messing up. Now your audio is messing up, bro.
I'm loving his
Speak
shirt he got on.
Oh,
Okay,
Yeah.
first and foremost,
yeah, happy
I'm a,
birthday, Roger Nelson, man. You know it's his birthday week.
yeah, I'm a big Prince fan.
Yeah,
Are you a fan of Prince?
huge. He's a huge influence on my music. I think my music is a perfect mesh of like Prince meets Marvin Gaye meets Tupac and Jay-Z, and the Tupac and Jay-Z part is kind of like the work ethic, and then the fact that I don't write things down in the studio. You know what I
Oh
mean?
wow.
And the way that I ride the beat and but the cadence and just what I do, it's all improvisational, off the ear in the moment. Listen to the track a few times and then go in and do what I do. So yeah, as far as musical influences and on the singing side, the musicianship side and all of that, definitely Prince and Marvin, two of my major influences.
Now, which do you like, being signed to a label or doing your independent thing? Which one is best for Raheem?
I mean, it's all the same for me because I've always operated as a independent. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Like I've
Yes,
always
sir.
operated as an independent, and it's definitely more freedom in that space. Sometimes you miss the steak and the potatoes and the heavy lifting that needs to be done that a major can do. You know,
Hmm.
but the trade off is that yeah, you can do what you want when you want, how you want. And you definitely benefit from the back end of it more and prosper more as an independent artist, especially if you got your machine going.
Wow,
And the
that's
only reason
powerful right
why I
there.
asked that is because I heard Ice Cube in an interview say, I made more money putting out independent, selling less records than I ever did signed to a label.
Well, absolutely. But again, that was during the time when people actually were buying,
Yes.
phys- physical product, which they still do here and there. But yeah, that was definitely a different time you're in. For in
Right.
my case, I'll probably make more money in the Web 3 world than I ever will probably have made in Web 2. Like I'm guesstimating.
Mm. Wow.
Wow, that's a good question.
Wow.
Have you put out everything that you wanted to put out? Like, do you have some of your music that's sitting on the shelf somewhere because of
Not that it's not necessarily shit on a show, but I got a vault of songs. I got enough music for I could put out an album every 9 months for the next 10 years.
woo
Ooh. Wow.
without writing, just sitting down?
Yeah, it's just already and then I go in there. I kind of lighten up a little bit because I've been more focused on being in the gym and that for the last week. About 6 weeks now. You know, definitely a month and plus. So I've been more focused on like gym and training and that aspect of it, health as well. So I'm not in there as much as I would want to be right now, but definitely like I always find my way to the studio and create, not necessarily with a plan in place. You know what I mean? Um, Create is no different than LeBron going in the gym to train,
Right.
in the season, or to go you work on that jumper for 3 hours. You know what I mean? It's kind of you go in there and you shed, and you know, a lot of times like I leave like you know glad that I went that day. You know what I mean? It's like even if it's not coming out right away when it drops, it's like yeah, that's a record. Like that's a hit
Yeah.
record. That's something that's
Yeah.
going that's a top 10. That's a top 5. That's going to resonate with um, and hit women in a certain way, or that's something somebody's going to walk down the aisle to, or conceive their first child. You know what I mean? So um, to create those moments, you got to have that space to make those moments.
Wow. Live with Raheem DeVaughn. We're going over to some of the comments. Bonita Threadgill over in Ann Arbor, Michigan said, it's a whole vibe talking about your song.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah.
Over in Grand Rapids, Michigan, Andrea Moore said, I would love to see Raheem again at MLK Park in Grand Rapids again, please.
Okay.
You been to
Yeah.
GR?
Yeah. We got to get back out there. Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, where you at now? So you ATL based or what?
No, I'm in DC. I'm in DC today. Yep.
Wow. Now you
Yep.
from that area?
Yeah, well, I'm originally from Jersey, but this is home for me. This is like, back in 2013, they gave me the key to the city,
Oh,
and
wow.
yeah. So it's like, it's home, is where I shared and came up and jumped off the porch musically, and put the paid the dues, and I'm still here.
Well, it's like what you and Dave Chappelle?
Yeah, Dave Chappelle is from DC, the DC area, Genuine, um,
Mm.
Johnny Gill, Martin Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a lot of people from the area. Yep.
Wow. I know you on Instagram, social media, and all that. Is it Raheem DeVaughn or what is it?
Yeah, it's Raheem underscore Devon. Once again, that's Raheem underscore Devon on Instagram, on Twitter as well. Facebook.com/Raheem Devon. You can find me in the metaverse too, the Love King Raheem Devon. Uh, and Yeah, I think that's all the deeds. Of course, all my music is everywhere digitally. If you like that jam, it's on my new project called "What a Time to Be in Love." Also got a real cool remake of "Anytime, Any Place," the Janet Jackson remake on there, and it's a lot of cool treats on there.
Wow,
Wow.
man, it's been amazing. Is
I
that Biggie on the wall?
Yeah, that's
I
Biggie.
was looking like that. Looked like Biggie. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
wow, where did you get that at?
Yeah, it's a corner wall piece. I actually got this out here. It's a lot of really dope artists out here in the DMV area. I can't remember the sister's name that did
Oh,
this
that's
piece, but I thought it was unique because it's actually two pieces, so you can either put them on the wall side by side. So what I did,
okay.
I put them in the corner. You know what I mean? So it kind of like,
Right, right.
wow.
Wow. Are you coming to Michigan anytime soon?
oh man, I'm hoping to. I'm hoping to, man. I'm open to it. Any of the promoters out there, feel free to shout us out. We definitely
No,
the
I'm
dates are
about
filling up, schedules filling up. For fall, it's getting thick.
I'm about to send you my number personally in that private chat so we can talk.
Raheem, is there anybody out there that you haven't worked with musically that you said, you know what, when I get the chance, I really want to work with them? Any
Um,
artists?
Probably a bunch of people, man. Um, if I had anybody to choose just off the rip, I probably would say like Sade.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm.
Some of the newer artists like Ari Lennox and you know, Summer Walker. Um, yeah, it's a list.
So
Pretty-
Raheem ain't sitting around just like, hating on people and stuff. Raheem like, look, I'll work with you. Come on, let's do it.
Oh nah, man. Like, yeah, I'm working with a lot of new artists. Like, it's a lot of features. Like, I just had a record come out with this cat from Nigeria named Moonlight Africa. I'm working with a lot of the newer artists that's popping, like via like social media, or we just connecting because they make dope music and I make dope music and we just want to like collab. You know what I
You
mean?
don't took me. You don't say it Nigeria. I just got back from Nigeria in February.
Yeah,
What's the name of the artist?
yeah. Shout them. His name is Moonlight Africa. Check out that record. What it is. Really dope, man. He spells it Africa with a Q. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So Moonlight Africa.
Is
Um,
Afro beats or what?
you just gotta hear it, bro. It's world. It's a world record. Yeah, get into it. It's a smash too. And then there's a young lady named Sonora that I just did a record with called Chocolate Love. It's streaming. It's going crazy. You know what I mean? Like really dope indie artist. She used to sing background for Stevie Wonder. Um, there's a record. BB, the girl Brittany. She's on Love and Hip Hop, L.A. She's crazy songwriter. We got a record called Can We, a duet that's out there floating. So then I get the Key Sweat collab. Like I'm looking to collab with a lot of people. I got one in the can with Tweet that I'm put out at some point. I got one in the can with Babyface.
Oh wow,
Mm.
Yeah, so,
wow.
so it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. Like, and I can't get too deep into it, but I got a Marvin Gaye album coming too. So we finishing that up. So
That's
it's
good.
over here, man. It's a factory. Like it don't stop. Yeah, we got we keeping the music coming, and then I'm also like connecting with new dope voices and energy in that space where my personal agenda for the next 10-20 years is to not only continuously be consistent in what I do personally, but also expose um, my music loving audience and just music lovers in general to like new voices and
Wow.
artists and where they can ride that circuit that like artists like Eric Roberson and Lettucey have created, you know, that space for like independent artists where they can thrive and headline jazz festivals and be on Funk Fest and, you know, play the city wineries and, you know, the theaters and the Grand Rapids and just these different places, you know, that space, man. You know, we gotta, you know, I don't buy into the narrative that R&B or soul music is dead. I never have, I never will. You know what I mean? Like I'm more like, but I do firmly believe that, you know, go where you celebrate it. You know, everywhere you might not be celebrated, but go where you celebrate it and go and keep going back. And it's going to get bigger and bigger and louder, you know, and
Wow.
more
This,
support.
wow, man. Before we go, I got to ask you this question. You probably already have. Have you been to the motherland? You been
Oh
home?
yeah, yeah. I've been. It's a lot of spots that I haven't been to over there, but I have been a few times. You know, most
Okay.
the South Africa in particular, Joburg. I've been there a few times. You know, I've been in that, and then I went for to Ghana for the Great Return. I actually performed in the slave dungeons.
Oh,
Um,
really?
over there at night, did a show, did all my conscious records, my Crossroads stuff with W. Ellington Felton, the group I'm in. We did all the social conscious stuff and bulletproof and all of that. So that was heavy.
That
You
was
know,
2019.
yeah, that was heavy. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
heavy.
we
Yeah,
were there.
we were
We were
there, man.
there.
That's crazy, man. I got to find that video.
Yeah,
I'm an ambassador, you know, to try to connect people from America to Ghana.
yeah,
And so I'm glad you've been there. We take kids
yeah. Dope,
from America to Ghana every year for free, and
dope.
so that concept with the Isaac brothers is connected to that cause. But man, I'm glad. Didn't you feel at home when you got there? Tell me the feeling when you got to Ghana. What
Yeah,
was
man.
it like?
Oh, it was. You know, it left me a little. You know, I felt the way leaving because I realized like we got robbed of what our family and our brothers and sisters that still are there. They didn't get robbed of things that we got robbed of. So they know where they
Yeah.
come from. They know their tribe. They know they know, you know, their native tongue. They know 5, 10, 6 different, 20 different
Languages. Yeah.
languages and dialects. And like we got robbed. But the flip side is we the most resilient though. You know what I'm saying? That's
That's
why you
right.
see so much greatness come from people of color in this country. And not to say that it doesn't happen over there as well, but I'm saying there's a particular, you know, level of greatness, you know what I'm saying? And when you see like, whether you're talking about your LeBrons or your Tiger Woods or your, you know, we could go down the list, right? Um, Creatives, doctors, whatever, right? If they were birthed here, like there's a certain mystique to it because of what our ancestors went through. They came here, and what our grandparents experienced, being here, and what they fought for and died for us to be able to move how we move now, and and even still, like it's an uphill battle. You know what I mean? And it'll always be what it'll be because it's not our home.
Yeah.
Like this
Wow.
ain't this ain't
Yeah.
then this is not where it's not in where we ultimately was supposed to like be.
Wow. Man, I could talk to you all day.
Yeah,
I could talk to you all day because I know you were woke before they were talking about woke. You know what I mean? You've been woke.
yeah,
and and I heard it in the music. Now to be able to talk to you to get to hear, I knew it was there, and I didn't know you was gonna say Nigeria. This was what I got on right. This is Nigeria on my neck right here.
oh dope. And then the thing is, I haven't been there yet. So look, they say people from Nigeria. They walk up to me and say, "In Nigeria, you a verb." A couple of people walked up. I was like, "What you mean?" And they were like, the guys go to tell the ladies, or the ladies tell the guys, "I want you to Raheem DeVaughn me."
Oh. Oh wow. Your vibe there, man.
mean, with the music, it was like, yeah. So that's the thing. Like, I want to Raheem DeVaughn. I want you to Raheem DeVaughn.
Want you to Raheem DeVaughn me.
Well, PA, when next time you go to Nigeria,
Right.
let the ladies know you there to Raheem DeVaughn
I'm
them.
gonna Raheem DeVaughn you. I'm about to Raheem DeVaughn you, baby.
Yeah.
You know, no, we need to get him there. That's what we need to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Lagos is waiting on you. Wow. Well, hey, I'll put my number in there in this private chat. Let's connect, and I get with Raphael.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the time. I know you got other interviews coming up, but thank you for your passion and thank you for your music.
I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
Going in the flesh, man. Thank y'all for y'all support as always.
Yes, sir.
Andrew Moore say Raheem DeVaughn me, and so did Jennifer.
Jennifer Ross said Raheem DeVaughn them.
All right, brother. Take care. God bless.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Peace.